Hey guys, welcome back to Airplane Guy 64. Today we're going to be doing a flight review of the inaugural Global Airlines flight. Now I think it's important to give you a little overview about Global. Global was founded in 2021 and got their first aircraft in 2023, the one we're flying on today. Its registration is 9 Hotel-Golf Lima Oscar Bravo Lima. Now the plan for this airline is actually pretty interesting. They're looking to bring back the golden age of air travel, which seems to be a pretty interesting concept, and they're planning on doing it with all A380s. So we'll see how they do with this. And as you'll see in this video, the service isn't perfect, but we do have to give them a little break. Starting an airline is very hard, and just keep that in mind with this review. A little side note here, this has been one of the funnest flights I have ever done. I've done plenty of inaugural flights and final flights, but this has been one of the best. The crew was amazing, and I got to meet some amazing geeks. Something pretty interesting about this airline, and this first flight in particular, is the fact that they seated everybody upstairs. Nobody was seated downstairs except for first class, and interestingly enough, first class got to board second instead of first.
How are you?
Good, how are you? We'll be sitting in economy on today's flight, or global travelers they call it. Hi, thank you. Hi. Here's our seat, 72K and H. Time for the seat review. There's a safety card and menu in the seat back pocket. There's a good window view, although the A380's windows make it pretty hard to film out of. Here's a quick look at the menu. I'll get back into it later. The IFE screens weren't working on this flight. There's a good-sized tray table with a janky cup holder. Okay, and there goes my headrest. Here's our pushback, startup, safety video, and a little speech from the captain.
Good morning, dear passengers. This is your commander speaking. I'd like to warmly welcome you on board this historic flight from Glasgow to New York Kennedy Airport, operated by Hi-Fly on behalf of Global Airlines. Today marks a very special occasion, the first ever transatlantic commercial flight under the Global Airlines brand, and we are proud to be operating it on this majestic Airbus A380. It's a true honor for my colleagues and me to share this milestone with you. We are now pushing back the aircraft into our taxiway for departure. We'll be taking off into a northeasterly direction, followed by a left turn as we begin our climb and acceleration towards the Atlantic. Approximately 3 hours and 40 minutes after departure, we will be already on the other side of the pond, where we'll fly in Newfoundland. And we expect to land at JFK Airport 6 hours and 20 minutes after our takeoff time. The A380 is not only one of the most comfortable aircraft flying today, but also the fastest, as you can see. Weather en route is forecasted to be good, but turbulence can occur unexpectedly. For your safety, I ask you that you keep your safety belts firmly fastened whenever you're seated. We have a super team in the cabin to look after your needs. They are here to look after your comfort and safety. They will soon demonstrate the safety features about this aircraft, and I ask you to give them your full attention, even if you are a frequent flyer. As these procedures are important and specific to the A380. This aircraft is a truly extraordinary airplane, quiet, smooth and incredibly spacious, and we hope you enjoyed every moment on board as much as we enjoyed flying. Thank you once again for choosing Global Airlines. We are honored to have you with us on this inaugural journey. If there's anything that we can do to make the flight more enjoyable, please let us know. My name is Carlos Mipuri. Welcome aboard.
Ladies and gentlemen, the electronic devices should remain switched off during the flight unless the flight mode is activated. The use of the seat power outlet is not permitted during takeoff, approach and landing. All electronic equipment, including the overhead walker, should be switched off. We also inform you that smoking is forbidden in the aircraft, including electronic cigarettes. We draw your attention to the safety instructions, which are very important for global airlines, so please remove any headphones and listen carefully. The seat pocket in front of you contains the safety card instructions about emergency exits, oxygen system and life jackets. This aircraft has 16 emergency exits, all clear marked. The crew will now indicate the nearest exit to you. The way to this exit is indicated by signs and for lightning. For more information, including how the emergency exits operate and auxiliary means of evacuation, we ask you to read our safety card. Remember, when instructed to evacuate the aircraft, please leave everything behind. We will now show you how to fasten, adjust, and unfasten your seatbelt. Keep your seatbelt fastened while you are seated during takeoff, landing, and whenever the plastic ball sign is on. We will now show you how to use the oxygen masks. The oxygen masks are in the compartment above your seat. In the event of loss of pressure, the mask will drop down automatically in front of you. At this point, pull the mask towards you. Place it over your nose and mouth. Adjust the elastic band on your head and breathe normally. Make sure your own mask is well adjusted before helping other passengers. Remind that the toilets are equipped with oxygen masks. Now show you how to put on your safety jacket. The safety jacket is inside the pouch under your seat or inside the compartment of the center armrest. Put it on by pulling it over your head. Tighten it on your waist. It inflates automatically by pulling the red handles or going to the tube. After being inflated, the jacket can also be used as a flotation device. Passengers should only inflate the safety jacket outside when leaving the aircraft. To complete these instructions, please read our safety cards. Thank you.
The shuttle also has wings coming down here.
Ladies and gentlemen, on behalf of Global Airlines, Captain Carlos Birburi and his crew would like to welcome you on board our Airbus A380-800. This is the flight number HFM 30380 with destination JFK, New York, and our flight will have an approximate duration of 6 hours and 20 minutes. We ask you to please fasten your seatbelt till the tables and footrest in front of you. Put your seat back in the upright position. If your seat is by the window, please open the blind. For those passengers who are seated in front of the emergency exit, please read instructions on the safety card carefully. Remind that the use of electronic equipment and headphones is forbidden during takeoff and landing. We kindly ask you to stow away the monitors and the remote control as well. The basic flight mode must have this function activated. The crew is available for any question. We wish you enjoyable flight. Thank you.
Enjoy our departure and left-hand turn towards New York off of Glasgow's runway 05.
Where is it? Where the water's from? What's that?
Okay, let's take a closer look at the menu. You have plenty of drinks to choose from. For the first meal service, you have a starter of caprese and a main course of herb chicken Valentine, pan-fried sea bass, or spiced white bean and aubergine cassoulet. There is also a pillow and blanket at every seat, as well as an amenity kit in economy, which really surprised me. Amenity kit includes pulse point oil, lip balm, body lotion, a towel, a mirror, a shoehorn, a comb, a dental kit, earplugs, a pen, and finally, some perfume or cologne. Obviously, since the IFEs didn't work, they had a different entertainment. Also, Wi-Fi wasn't available on this flight, but they had a mediocre at best choice of entertainment. Most of them didn't even work for me. I tried watching Beetlejuice, and it did not work. So, one of the things to improve is definitely the in-flight entertainment. Although they do have a moving map, again, it's not the best. The lavatory was overall normal, although it did not have soap, but the other lavatories did. They came around with hot towels. I was surprised they gave it to us in economy. Then 2 hours after takeoff, I finally got my herb chicken Valentine, which was very good actually. I was surprised with how good the meals were. It came around with a snack basket. Then I got to tour the bottom deck of the A380 and see the new economy cabin, well, at least sorta new. They just reupholstered the seats, and I found with my seat that obviously the headrest fell off, but also the reupholstering was not the best job, so the fabric was already starting to peel off. Global's A380 economy on the upper deck is 242, and on the bottom deck it's 343, so they squeeze in an extra 2 seats on the bottom. And if you have never been on an A380, the plane is just so massive, it takes you about 5 minutes to walk through the whole thing. I only really have 2 complaints. The fact that the meal came 2 hours late, but I don't think that was Global's fault. I think the catering threw all the meals into the plane and said, here, sort it out yourself. And then also, the IFE needs to work for them to be considered a luxury airline. As usual for most airlines, they came around with water. And shockingly, they served a second meal. I chose the medallion of grilled beef. I think the Glasgow to New York route is a little bit too short for 2 meals, because once you get your second meal, you feel not very hungry, and so you don't really want to eat again. Shortly after the second meal service, we started our descent into New York John F. Kennedy. And here's our wet arrival onto New York JFK's runway 22 right. So the real question is, would I fly them again? And I think, yes, I definitely would. This was a very fun flight, and I think they have a lot of potential, although they do need to fix a couple things such as the IFE and speed of service, but only time will tell, and we'll see how they end up, hopefully. But I really do wish luck to James, Josh, and Liz on their adventures in starting an airline. As always, thank you guys for watching. Sorry about the delay in the video. Hope you're having a great day. Airplane Guy signing off.